Hi guys, good morning. I don't know if you caught up with the 2 billion that was stolen at the Tembisa hospital, the syndicate, which is what I want to get into today. I was extremely tired yesterday. I couldn't really cover that. But let's get right into it. And just before I get right into this Tembisa and them stealing 2 billion, these are the people that fund and support our Operation Tutula because they know exactly where the money is. They know exactly where the money that is supposed to take care of the people who come to the hospital, of the infrastructure, everything that is supposed to be added to make sure that the hospital is functional and everything is working as it should be. Those are the people that are supporting and making sure Uguti all the blame and the incompetence, or rather the non-satisfaction to the patients or the community. They know exactly the root of that. And this is why, and again, when we say our Operation Tutula funded, this is exactly what we say. These are the people that they make sure that we blame. I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong, because I know you're going to get emotional. We blame the foreigners and say, why, this because there are foreigners in South Africa. That is why we are not getting enough. No, there's money in South Africa. And making sure that the things that we are supposed to get and the things that are supposed to be done are not being done. So let's get right into the syndicate. Okay, so there's a spider web that was done, which says the Tembisa hospital capture. Then at the top it's got Uhangwani Maumela. So it says the Maumela syndicate, right? So the Tembisa, if you follow Mighty Jamie's channel, you're actually going to see this because Mighty Jamie touched on this. He touched on this. And his question was always, Gohangwani Oteni lo, like where there's no picture of him anywhere. There's literally the only picture that anyone has of him is this one that is posted here. Who is this person who is unknown? Okay, fine, let's get right into it. So it says Tembisa Hospital made that amount of money, transaction done through 3-quote system, right? Fine, you can read the amount yourself. Then it says here, the transaction were done through the numerous front companies for laundering and acquiring assets. Then Siambonu Ket Batalapa, 83 of the companies that were awarded the contract to the value of 13 million 538,292 in this Maumela syndicate are linked to Vusimuzi Matlal. Right? That's part one. Oh, and then it says here, the list of assets preserved through asset forfeit unit. Okay, let me just park that for now. You can read this for yourself. And then it says that the list of assets again, 4 Lamborghinis, right? 1 Bentley. Now the amounts is as you can see. Isuzu, 1 Isuzu, 1 Regency, 1 trailer. Okay, and those are the amounts as well. These are the assets. And then okay, fine. Then it says that the Tembisa, then Mazibuko syndicate, right? Kuku root of Mazibuko. Ongena picture. Abana picture kabantaba 40. Then it says Tembisa Hospital made that amount. And then the transactions were done through numerous front companies again for laundering of acquiring assets. The value of the assets, that's the amount. And then there's Syndicate X. I don't know who X is. Tembisa Hospital made that amount of money. The transactions were done through numerous front syndicates. And the value of the assets were 150 million. So anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that imali yezinto nesonelayo thina as South Africans ikhona, but iyadliwa. And once idliwa imali, we are made to turn against each other, and we are made to see mungati the reason ingekho into ethile is because there's no money igqitywe ngabanye. But no, imali yezinto ikhona, but itheni iyatliwa. I wanted this to be a short video, that's why I was running through it. So yeah guys, and I'm looking forward to hearing more on this and also understanding kanye. And you know what, mababanjo man, yes, mababanjo bonke, yeah, mababanjo bonke, but we're gonna be obviously following the developments and more evidence.
Bona, you can call your grandparents and your cousins to come for me. I don't care. Today I'm George Bush. In fact, you should read my lips. I don't give an F. That hospital saga and the 2 billion, it's the apartheid government. If you're stuck in traffic and you're feeling constipated, it's the apartheid government. In fact, give me anything that is wrong in this country and I will gladly chase it back to the apartheid government. Yes, the apartheid government unalived our president, and then they gave us this cancerous ANC government, and I'm waiting for you to come here and say, oh, it's been 3 decades, you must be accountable. Accountable for what? Accountable for who? Because let me tell you something, the people who fought for our freedom were so accountable. They stood in front of bullets with nothing but stones in their hands. So what are you saying? You want to convince us that those imposters and con artists you put in power fought for us? How can someone lay down their life for freedom and then turn around and enrich themselves with 20 Lamborghinis while people suffer every day? So it's my fault that the ANC government that you, the apartheid government, gave us has turned the government into a family business. Nepotism left, right and center every day. And yes, black South Africans keep voting the same ANC. In fact, you know what? Let me call them the apartheid ANC because this is not our government. This is the apartheid ANC. So when you say people keep voting for them, so it's their fault, is it not the same apartheid ANC that lures hungry people, especially grannies, under false pretense of a better future? Are they not the same ones who hire buses and hand out gifts because they have money for days to buy votes and loyalty? How are honest South Africans supposed to win against that level of corruption, guys? I don't understand. We know the standard procedure, Musi. They will silence you if you dare to try to expose them. People are scared. Hi corner, guys. Hi corner. And to you, when now who keeps saying, no, I'm not into politics, then who must be? My content is not about politics either, but every now and then we must speak up, guys. This is not normal. You don't need a PhD to understand that 2 billion unaccounted for is ridiculous. No one is asking you to get the square root of a negative number. Sure. And I know someone is going to come in the comment section and say, oh, she's angry. Very, I'm angry. I don't walk around Gauteng malls every day eating my ice cream in peace because someone decided to be civil about my freedom, guys. Fuck off. So the next time you lick the ice cream, remember that someone lost their life so that you could. And I'll tell you what I think, because I've been bringing problems and pointing fingers everywhere. Let me table my opinion. We need a full reset, guys. And by that I mean remove everyone from the office. You guys are not hearing me. You are not hearing me. Not just the ANC, guys. Even the small parties, because they were born from the ANC infighting and personal vendettas. They were formed out of spite. They are part of the problem. Otherwise, forget it.
You guys, this is sad. This is just heartbreaking. I don't want to lie. I hope you guys are doing great, and thank you for coming back to my channel. So I've been seeing this 2 billion Tembisa hospital corruption saga trending. So I've decided to do a video of people reacting to this whole shende. And honestly, I must say I am heartbroken, especially knowing a lot of people who are suffering, who are even poor in this economy, and I don't blame them. Things are expensive now. And then just hearing that there's a 2 billion rand that's just disappeared, guys, just like that. And now I'm wondering, we only got to know about this because it was made public. What about other monies that are just disappearing and that never made it to the public? Yeah, we are not angry enough, Shem. We are not angry enough. And the sad part is that nothing's gonna be done, Shem. Nothing is going to be done. After a week, we'll now be focusing on something else. Guys, we should do this Nepal what. We should also match like what they did, because this is not all, hey? This is not all. All I can say is wow. Wow. Anyway, guys, please do subscribe, like, share, do all the amazing stuff, and see you on my next upload. Ciao.